Hey, good morning, everyone. So today, I actually thought I would be more excited about recording this video since it's Wednesday, and Wednesdays is the day that I actually go to jiu-jitsu for my no-gi class. I go to our fundamentals, no-gi slash wrestling fundamentals. So I thought I was gonna be pretty excited about it, but I'm heading over to one of my projects that I have going on with kitchen cabinet refinishing services. And prior to going to this project, I had to stop over at another project that my significant other is currently managing. So, in case you guys didn't know, I started working with my significant other, and we've been working together for a while. But so long story short, we're going to the mall yesterday evening, and once we're about to get to the mall, one of our client gives us a call asking if we had a few minutes, and we're like, yeah, of course. We always try to make ourselves available for clients, and it was a call to complain. It was a call to complain that there was too much dust, and they felt like we really didn't prep in the right manner by not covering and minimizing the dust, or not containing the dust enough. So I've been doing a lot of side projects with kitchen cabinets because we needed the extra money, and we're about to go on vacation. So it's our first family vacation with everyone, and so a lot of money, expensive. So I've been working on more cabinet projects while she's taking care of the other interior painting projects that we have going on, which doesn't entail kitchen cabinets. So she's been a little bit busy. I understand that because we're actually renovating a basement. So we have to go through inspections and this and that, which is not something that we're really familiar with. We have the right personnel, but passing inspections and all those sorts of things are relatively new to us. So she's been busy with that, and also it's August, so it's busy, and so she's taking care of that, and then a couple other projects. But right now we're at a project where I go with her because this was a high priority issue, and so I went there this morning with her, and we took a look at the site, and yeah, it could have definitely been masked much better. And so the moral of the story is that and my partner, she's experienced in this. This is what we know. She knows a lot about painting and wallpaper, and so we get there, and yeah, we definitely didn't mask accordingly. Not up to par. Not how I like to mask. And I noticed that the air vents were not covered either. And the client has a darker stained floors, so the white dust really stands out. So just something to keep in mind if you do home improvement and you're doing some painting and you're spackling and sanding, make sure you cover those floors well. Even if we haven't started painting yet, so there's no paint on the floors. But our crew lead was spackling and sanding. He was sanding, the spackle has to dry. But once it dried, he was sanding, and he was bringing his drop cloth with him, just one. And so basically it just started spreading the dust, and the client, got said something. And also the furniture wasn't completely masked with plastic. And if you leave a little bit of space, let's say by the legs of a table, the dust is gonna get in there. I mean, there's gonna be dust regardless, but you can definitely minimize it. And I just don't feel like we took those steps to minimize the dust or try to contain the dust as best as possible. Because I take pride in our masking, and it was really embarrassing. Like once I walked in there, I'm like, I really just felt like saying, man, like you're right. And basically, yeah, that is kind of what I basically said. So we're gonna be hiring a cleaning crew, another one, to take care of the dust on the floors and basically do a deep cleaning on the floors. When the client called yesterday, we noticed that he was upset. He called with his wife, and that is definitely not the experience that we want to provide to people. Obviously it sucks because like I actually had already given this client a discount, and on top of that, we're about to hire a cleaning crew to basically do a deep cleaning on the floors. So that's gonna be expensive, I'm sure. But it's the right thing to do, and so this is why, man. When you make your money, keep some money aside for miscellaneous expenses, because this type of shit happens, and it happens when you least expect it, and you have to be ready for it. It sucks, but and you have to let the client know you're not perfect, and you're gonna make mistakes, but you need to show your clients that you're the type of person to take initiative and fix those mistakes, to make sure that they see you take this as a priority. That if they have an issue, their project is a priority to you. And if that means losing money, especially when it's your fault, it could have been prevented, then you have to take that hit. And at least that's the way I go about it, right? And in regards to my partner, she's passing the cemetery. In regards to my partner, I'm really I'm learning as well that you can't really rely too much on people and expect too much of people. I mean, I know she's experienced in regards to painting, and she's very intricate and detail oriented. Like, we've both done work for interior designers and GCs, especially interior designers. I've worked with interior designers that literally just stand like this is the wall, and they're like this, just staring at the wall to see any imperfections after we do a skim coat application or something. And so I wasn't expecting to see that, but I guess she's been so busy that things slid through the cracks, and I got upset because I'm like, come on, you know better than that, and you were there at the project site, you should have made sure that they masked right, and shoulda, woulda, coulda, right? But the only thing that you really can do is just learn from the mistake and try to prevent it next time. So I had the conversation with the crew lead, and my partner, and we all spoke, and we all agree on taking care of the issue, getting a cleaning crew, and taking care of it. And so that's what's gonna have to be done. But moral of the story is that when you have issues like these, you're gonna get upset. You're gonna get we're human beings, so we have to deal with emotions, and it sucks to go through these types of scenarios, because come on, we know better, and we shouldn't be making those mistakes. But listen, man, things happen, and you just have to mitigate them. So once again, it's not always pretty. I enjoy what I do, and there's this entrepreneur that I actually want to follow up on. Oh my God, I forgot. But basically, he says, don't fall in love with the solution, fall in love with the problem. So what this leads me to is actually, working on our policies and our procedures, and really kind of honing down on these procedures and making sure that we really do prevent it in the future, because it's happened before. So if it's happened before and it's happened again, it doesn't happen often, but I don't want it to happen ever again. That's kind of like how you should be. At least that's what I think. We want to minimize it as best as we can. We want to increase our chances of success each and every time by mitigating any issues, and just learning from those mistakes. So that's my video for today. I'll probably record it a little bit later again, once I go to jiu-jitsu, so you can see me get beat up. um, and yeah, guys, shit happens.